Hey, it's great to be with you again today as we move into the Thanksgiving season. There is a lot of giving going on. There's a lot of help being extended to people who are in need out there. We have a food pantry at our church, and we have been receiving a ton of food coming in from our community to help feed those who are food deficient at this point. And people are really wanting to get out there and be involved. And I think I've heard several times some people have said, how come we're not just concentrating on people in our own community because we want to help them? Which is awesome, by the way. You know, we do want to help those in our own community. And that's what this food pantry is doing right now. We are concentrating on people in our community that are food deficient. But what about other people? Maybe 10 miles away from our home. What about those in the cities just outside of where we live? We have Wilmington and Chester and Philadelphia down the pipe, and well, what about Los Angeles and Detroit and Houston and New York and Boston? I mean, there are people in need all over the place in our own country, correct? But then let's expand that a little more. What about those people who are in need in Russia and China and the Congo and Honduras and Argentina? How are we making a difference to people globally as well? Because you see, here's the thing. Jesus didn't just say, hey, I want you to go and make disciples of people that look like you and sound like you and walk like you and believe like you. And Jesus said, I want you to go into all the world and create disciples. And I think that we have that opportunity by going out and serving people who are in need. Because here's the thing. If we go out and start talking to people and say, hey, you need to hear about Jesus, and they're hungry, are they going to be able to hear me? Or is the growling of their stomach going to drown out my words? What happens if I go and say, hey, let me tell you about Jesus, but that family doesn't have anywhere to live? They're living on the streets of Calcutta or on the streets in Burundi, right? How are they going to hear me when they're shivering in the cold or sweating in the heat? They're not going to be able to hear the words I say about Jesus. What about those who are in prison or shut-ins at their own homes? What about those who are grieving and have lost loved ones? You see what I'm saying? We can't act like everybody's going to hear about Jesus when there is so much need around us. We need to go out and we need to address the needs of the people wherever they are, whether they're in Glen Mills or Bethel or Philly or the Ukraine, right? There are different ways that we can reach out and bless others and tell them about Jesus. But first, we need to meet their physical needs, just like Jesus did. As we go into this Thanksgiving, may we all reach out and bless others because of the blessings that Jesus has given us. May God continue to pour out his blessings, mercy, and grace on each and every one of us until we get to meet again. Amen. Amen.